on the last episode of Persona 3 Reload.
Crazy how time flies when I wonder if the path is in the right direction. But I do believe things come to light by accident when it remains on. Sounds like it's meant to be.
Wake up, the space made when things fall apart. What matters at the end is how you left them all. Fire in my soul, fire in my heart. Till you see me on the other side of stars. I'm going.
Oh, the journey starts from where we do first step. No one's sure what lies ahead before them friends. Rose maybe, rough and tough, the way we'll live somewhere.
Nothing easy, get up and go, get it go.
Sometimes this journey is about these years. Not about the destination of the world. No matter how far,
No matter how far,
how you go,
how you go, how you
how
go.
long can you
Ain't
live
no time to waste. Gotta set your light, go get it burning.
Hello everyone, I'm Eire Armstrong and welcome back to Persona 3 Reload. This is episode 3, and last time we left off, Junpei wanted to show us something a bit more interesting, a different location that we haven't been to, so we're about to see what that is.
This is Polonia Mall. Whenever I hang out with the guys from school, we end up coming here. There's a karaoke box, an arcade. Oh yeah, you can rent out CDs too.
For the last two
And there's
episodes,
that
I
club
actually haven't
over
talked
there.
much,
Not
and
that
it's
I've
very
ever
plain
done
to
it
see.
myself.
There's a lot of exposition, and there's a lot of voice acting and music that I do want you to listen to.
This place may not look like
However,
much. I'm not
I think
complaining.
during this episode I'll be talking a lot more,
Let's check
as
out
there
the
is
CDs
more to talk
first.
about, genuinely.
never felt like so different.
Oh, whoa, that's new. I gotta try this. Let me show you my mad crane game skills.
My lips are turned out.
Ah, damn it! Oh, come on, man.
I really like this interaction at the start of the story
Even
between
empty-handed.
Minato and
Dude, I'm looking
Junpei
inside.
with the claw machine, because it shows off Junpei's immaturity, but it also shows off that the protagonist is, like, kind of helping and actually interacts even without your agency. It's a really interesting thing to see, especially this early on in the game.
Welcome back.
I know it's popped up a couple times now, but this song, Iwatodai Dorm, is such an absolute banger. One thing that interests me about Persona 3 is the setting, and more specifically is trying to find out where and when it takes place. Now, Tatsumi Port Island and Iwatodai City are both fictional, however they draw inspirations from two different places. In name, they draw inspiration from Kobe, which is a capital city of one of the prefectures, and then you have Port Island, which is an artificial island. However, it is more likely that physically, through geography and names and various monument locations, that is based on Odaiba, which is an artificial island that is just right off of Tokyo. Now, finding out when is not too much of a challenge, luckily, as if you place April 9th for a Thursday, and combine that with the knowledge that it's supposed to take place in modern-day Japan, the year that you have from that result is actually going to be 2009, which is a really neat touch. And may I present to you the worst way to sleep in a bed ever! Anyways, back to fun fact time with Eire. One thing I respect about Atlas is their commitment to the bit, especially when it comes to the school emblems. All of them are based on car manufacturers, so Gekukon Highs is actually based on BMW.
How is he?
Looks like he's a little worn out. He went to bed without changing out of his uniform. Other than that, nothing has changed since last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. This subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
Oh, don't look at it like that. The two of you are classmates, right? Consider it an opportunity to have someone your own age here. Besides, we need all the help we can get.
I guess that's true, but still.
Command room speaking. Akihiko, what's wrong?
You're not gonna believe it. This thing is huge. Unfortunately, it's chasing after me right now. I'm almost back. Just letting you know in advance.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman. That's enough observation for now. We need to prepare for combat.
Right. Be careful.
Akihiko!
I'm all right. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
Is it one of them, Sanada-kun?
Yeah, but not an ordinary one.
What was that? You've got to be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takeba, go upstairs and wake him up, then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
I really love
We'll
this
stop
whole
it
sequence of events where
You're
Akihiko
the
is
one
getting
who
chased
led
by
it
the
to us,
monster and
Akihiko.
eventually
I'm going
tries
to
to
have you
break
fight.
into the building. The music in the
It's not like
background
I asked it to
specifically is
follow
what
me.
solidifies it to
What are you
me
waiting
as
for,
a good
Takeba?
scene.
Go!
Because it starts out as like something small,
Okay.
you know, where it doesn't mean much, because you don't know what it is at all. You have no idea, right? And then it amps itself up the second, you know, Akihiko's in the building, and then amps itself up again whenever it starts trying to bust down the door. And it is such a good, like,
There's no
unique
time
sort
to
of way to
explain.
amplify the
We have to get
music,
out of here
especially
now.
with the way that, like, the threat is right at your door. It's just
Hurry!
a really, really cool
Oh,
scene.
wait! Take this just in case.
Oh, nice! Thanks, Yukari! A murder weapon!
Okay,
Exactly
let's
what I
go.
need.
Alright, we should be safe now.
Takeba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you!
Be careful. There appears to be more than one enemy. The primary one's lurking somewhere nearby.
What? Let's pull back! What are we gonna do? It's at the front door! Should we go upstairs for now? Let's go! Hey! I need to calm down. It's gonna be okay. Getting to safety is our priority now. Sorry. What was that? If we go out through here, then... I've locked the door, so we should be safe for now. Huh? No way! That's it! One of the monsters that attacked us! It's a shadow!
It's here.
Wait.
Go on.
So. I am thou. Thou art I. From the sea of thy soul I come. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
Just as we thought.
I didn't say anything during this scene because I just wanted you to appreciate the scene for what it is. It is a really good sequence of events that, while I was recording it, I was actually a little bit scared at first, and then completely, like, awestruck
Earth was that?
over the course of it. At the end, it, like, felt just ominous to me. And it's just such a really good scene that I just can't interrupt that. This image that I have up on screen here is the monster that we just saw. And this shadow is such a basic design, yet the way it was presented was genuinely terrifying, and I really love it. It is a really cool shadow. I really wish we had more screen time with it during that sequence. I will bring this shadow up later, because it is actually kind of important that I do bring it up. And if I don't, I feel like it's just a wasted opportunity. Kind of like, I don't know, killing it off instantly.
shadows.
Oh my god, I love this song. It is such a good song. Anyways, I wanted to take note of one thing about the shadows that you currently see in the battle. They actually have the same mask as the one that we just killed. And yes, this game is a turn-based RPG, so there are a couple combat mechanics I do have to talk about at a later time, because they make more sense later. And our first battle is already complete. I wonder what our reward is.
Are you okay? Oh, come on. Can you hear me? Oh, say something.
Oh, it's a coma. How nice.
It's so good to see you again. You lost consciousness after awakening to your power. Ooh, I see that it was Orpheus who heeded your call. Very interesting. That was the power of persona, the manifestation of your psyche. A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli. You can think of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships. The power of a persona is the power of one's soul. And the soul is fueled by the depth of one's bonds. As you form these bonds by becoming involved with others, your own social links will gradually develop. The strength of these social links will foster the growth of your persona abilities. Please remember this. Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord. Until then, farewell.
So yeah, we were in a coma for a week. I wonder if they'll accept my doctor's note. God, I can't miss any more school.
You're awake. How do you feel? Thank goodness you finally woke up. Oh, this is Tatsumi Memorial Hospital. It's just a short walk from the station. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong. He said you were just exhausted. Hey, I'm sorry I wasn't helpful at all back there. But wow, that power of yours was really something. And that power you used, we call it persona. And those creatures you defeated are shadows, our enemies. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you something. I can kinda relate. To you, I mean. My dad died in an accident when I was little. And my mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, aren't you? To be honest, I already heard about your past. But it didn't seem
Wait,
fair,
what happened to
so
my
I
parents?
wanted you to know about mine too. This was a while ago, but there was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened. At the time, he was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So I'm hoping if I stick around long enough, I'll find out more about it. That's why I'm going to Gekukan High. And why I was there when this happened to you. Not that I was much help. I kinda panicked. That was my first time facing them, too. Sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I weren't such a coward. Thanks. Sorry for telling you all this the minute you opened your eyes. While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him. As soon as he wakes up, I'll tell him the truth. So thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you're okay. They said you could leave once you regain consciousness, so I think you're free to go home. See you!
I like moments like these in games where you have a situation where the character that's speaking relates to not only the protagonist or the player character, but to you as the player as well, to some degree. It really makes me feel seen, but it also makes the character feel more human. And I just really appreciate the time that gets put into character creation and development and writing to make that possible.
If you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed. I'm out in my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever like is, we gon' flow with this. Hey, 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 feeling the fire with the burning desire every day. We inspire, but never expire.
Yo. Get a load of this.
Jeez.
I really like the trio of Junpei, Yukari, and the protagonist, because it's just kind of like a neat little friendship they have going on, and it's mainly because they're all in the same grade.
It's not like that.
And we call it a day. And so, that's correct.
Hey, wanna walk home together?
I love this stupid joke because it's a running gag
Come
at this
on,
rate.
there's no need to put on a brave face. What if you pass out again on the way home? I feel responsible for that, you know? Let me make it up to you. Come on, let's go. Home safe. glad you're feeling okay now. Well, I guess I'll head up first. Like I said this morning, meet me on the 4th floor. The chairman should be waiting for us.
So dance, if you wanna go ahead. Free to do whatever, I'm chilling in my bed. I'm out in my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever like is, we gon' flow with the set. Hey, 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 feeling the fire with the burning desire. Every day we're inspired, but never expires. But we gon' chill today, let me rock the world tomorrow, you know.
Oh. Hey!
Ah, there you are. Looks like you've recovered. I'm glad to see that. There are some things I need to discuss with you. That's why I asked you to see me so soon after your discharge from the hospital. Please, have a seat. Oh, before that. I believe I mentioned his name before, but this is Sanada-kun.
Hey there.
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
That's a reasonable reaction. However, you've already experienced this truth firsthand. Do you remember the night you first arrived here? You had to have noticed the signs. Streetlights going out, things that stopped working, the inexplicable appearance of coffins. With so many things amiss, didn't it feel like you'd stepped into a different time? That's the Dark Hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
It occurs each night as the clock strikes 12. It will happen tonight and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins. But that's not what makes the Dark Hour so interesting. You saw them. Those creatures. We call them shadows. They only appear during the Dark Hour, and attack anyone who roams free outside the coffins. It's our job to defeat them. Pretty exciting, huh?
Akihiko, why are you always like this? You just got hurt the other day.
Now, he does his work well in any case. I'll get to the point. We are the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, SEAS for short. On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows. Mitsuru Kirijo-kun is the leader, and I'm the club advisor.
A shadow feeds on the mind of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse.
Apathy syndrome. I'm sure you've heard of it. We sometimes refer to those who suffer from this as the lost.
They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
Although rare, there are those who can function during the Dark Hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight shadows. That's known as persona, the power you called upon the other night. Shadows can only be defeated by persona users. That means you are the only ones who stand a chance against them. I'm glad you're quick to understand.
What he's trying to say is, we want you to join us. We've prepared an evoker for you.
So, whenever
like
they
you to
say an
lend us your
evoker,
strength.
that's the gun that they hold to their head. and this would actually count as the external
Who's afraid you'd
stimuli
say no?
necessary to
I'm glad
produce
to
a
hear you're on
persona.
board.
I
Thank you
will
so
talk
much.
more about
Truly.
evokers and
Oh,
personas
I
at a
almost
later
forgot.
time
About
whenever
your
I get
room
to it,
assignment.
because I find
Why
both
don't
of
you
these
just
things
stay in the room you have
important and
I don't know
necessary
what
to
the
explain,
holdup is, but I
because
guess
the
it
game
worked out in the
doesn't
end.
outright tell you some of the necessary details to understand the full
Hold
workings
up.
of them.
But wasn't that... Oh, never mind.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Fool Arcana.
This is our first social link. As you can now tell, all social links are based off of the major arcana of a deck of tarot cards. And this is really interesting as these cards can
Well,
actually,
that's all for today.
the representations of them, I mean,
I'll follow up
can
with
relate
you
directly
regarding
to the
our
characters
club
or the
activities
writing, or
later on.
even like the more in-depth narrative of everything in the story. And it's really interesting, and I'll explain them all
I
at
apologize
a
for
later
gathering.
time,
Well then,
either in their own
shall
videos,
we end
or
this
as we
meeting?
progress over time, as we increase the ranks of the social links. For now, just know that even
I'll
though
follow up with
the
you. I
Full
apologize for
Arcana
gathering
is
you
used
all
to
here on
represent
your
the
precious day
C's
off.
squad,
Tomorrow is Sunday.
it's
so take some
not
time to
quite
relax.
exactly the
Well
C
then,
squad in its
shall
entirety.
weekend
It's more
this meeting?
targeted toward the protagonist, so it more
You know,
represents your player
because it's
character
the
themselves
weekend?
in this group.
Shall we end? Shall week end? Get it?
Hi, how have you been? We've met before. Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
I like how during the recording of that, it picked up my weak
It's the
audio
end
of
of
saying I don't
everything.
care. That's actually
be
really
honest,
funny that
don't really
I'm
know
noticing
much
now in
about it.
post-recording.
More importantly, it looks like you've awakened to your power. And what an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It might even prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up. Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment.
So what he kind of means by the
I'm always
line about
watching
being
you,
bound by none,
even if
but
you
having
forget
the power
about
to do
me.
multiple, it ties into
Okay,
the Full
then.
Arcana,
See you later.
but more so the number being 0, as 0 can simultaneously represent nothing, but also infinite possibilities. The reason why it's tied to your character is because even though you're very limited in what you can do, and you don't have a real place,
Hey, you in there?
you still have insane amounts of power, and you can do things still. You can do things in such a free, open way.
If you are, could you
the
come
player,
downstairs?
have a blank
Sonata
slate,
Senpai's
which is the
calling for us.
character to work with in order to carve into your own.
Okay, he's here. So what's this about?
Thanks for coming. There's someone I want to introduce. Hey, hurry up.
Just a sec.
What? Junpei? Why are you here? Don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. They'll be staying here from now on.
What's up?
Here? Are you sure there wasn't some mistake?
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help out.
Really? You have the potential?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. But he said that's, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Do you guys know that? Hey, what's with the tough guy act? You should know about it, since you're a Persona user and all. Man, I still can't believe it. I had no idea you guys had this stuff going on, too. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Wouldn't really want to be doing this on my own. You gotta be stoked too, right? Having me join?
What? I guess.
Well, enough with the introductions. Now that our forces have increased, I think we're about ready.
Ooh, we gotta go do something? Sweetness! I'm getting pumped!
With this many people, we could start checking out that tower.
Oh, you mean Tartarus.
Tartar sauce? What?
It's a place that holds the key to understanding the Dark Hour. Or so we think.
The key.
The chairman will give us more details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Stop. That's right.
I'm tired. I was about to fall asleep.
Can I have a minute? Come to the room on the 4th floor when you get back to the dorm tonight. I have something to tell you all.
Oh, are we having that talk already?
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Damn, doesn't waste any time.
She's not like us. She's busy, with the student council or whatever.
Whoa, Yucatan, do I sense some hostility?
It's not that I don't like her, it's just... I don't know.
Okay, school day's finally over. They're probably waiting for us at the dorm, right? Let's hurry back. Finally made it. Can't believe the accident delayed our train so much. It's already dark out. Been happening a lot lately, though. People jumping onto the tracks. This apathy syndrome thing's getting out of control. It's like the whole world's falling apart. Crap! Everyone else is there already. We better hurry. Oh man, it's small rocks. So many places to chow down. Plus, they're open late. Speaking of, I heard the ramen joint upstairs has a secret late night menu. Yeah, Yeah.
All right, everyone's here.
Heck yeah! Let's get right into it.
Now, I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Kirijo-kun and Sanada-kun were the only Persona users we had. But that number has recently jumped to 5. So here's the plan. Starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like us to finally begin exploring Tartarus.
So I asked this yesterday, but what is that Tartar thing again?
It's Tartarus. You seriously haven't seen it, Junpei?
I mean,
It's no surprise you haven't seen it. Tartarus only appears during the dark hour, after all.
only during the dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh?
The goal of our club, Seize, is to fight those shadows. However, simply defeating shadows during the dark hour isn't enough. We must get to the root of the problem. We need to destroy the dark hour itself.
I don't really get it. Well, you're saying if we run around Tartarus, we can somehow get rid of the dark hour?
We don't know for certain. Sorry I can't give you a better answer, but investigating the mysteries of that tower is part of our job.
The bottom line is, we need more information. Everything we encounter there will be a vital clue for us.
The exploration of Tartarus is of utmost importance. Consider it our top priority. Our society, while remaining blissfully unaware of the shadows, is slowly but surely succumbing to their influence. I would go as far as to say that the fate of the world rests on the shoulders of you Persona users.
That's one hell of a responsibility. But the heroes of justice will prevail.
It's also the perfect spot for us to train and improve our skills. That place is like a nest of shadows, you know.
Whoa, their nest, huh?
But Senpai, what about your injury?
Akihiko's still recovering from his wounds. He'll accompany us, but won't participate in the exploration.
Yeah, I know.
Relax. Oh, Junpei's got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. Not much point anyway, since I can't summon a persona.
Huh? We're here? What's going on? Why are we at school?
Just wait and see. It's almost midnight.
Well, we'll have to save Tartarus for next time in episode 4, and I hope you liked the more commentary I did. I felt like my first 2 episodes weren't great because they lacked that sort of thing, so I'm trying to add more in as I go along here. It's very hard to, especially when we're in the exposition of the story. Anyways, I'll see you all around.